I'm leaving. Goodbye. Turn it off! How did you find that?
Hello, hello. My name is Christian Lee, here for Earworm Digital. I'm here with, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Corook. Hello.
And Corook, how you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for
Good,
asking.
yeah.
That's always nice to say. Yeah. Say, okay, you're so polite.
I try. I do my
Thank you.
best.
Where did you drive from today?
We were actually in LA last night, so
okay.
we had a day off yesterday. Woke up this morning.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Got coffee and food, and then drove here. It was like
How was the
really
drive?
quick.
Drive
2.5
wasn't bad?
hours. 2.5 hours on like a month-long tour is absolutely nothing. It was like it was like a day off. It was great.
Well, I mean, you technically did have a day off.
Yeah.
Speaking of tour though, because like I think we talked a little bit off camera, but like you're in at the tail end. How does it feel? Because are you feeling a little bit relieved? Because after this, you get a little bit of a break before you do like your shows in Europe.
Right. I feel like this is just the beginning of the end of the year for me. I'm kind of sad that these shows are ending, but also like super excited for like all the other shows that I have.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just really busy. I am excited to sleep and see my dog and see my girlfriend though. So yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah,
I know because it's it's your first headline tour, but it's also a month. Month grueling. Grueling just traveling in the band and everything, right?
Oh my gosh, it's a lot. I miss my bed. I miss my dog. But yeah, the shows have been just like so cool and super fun, and the people that are coming are amazing. So yeah, it's been great.
And you spend a lot of time in the van. Like, what do you do to pass the time?
So we listen to a lot of ambient music.
Really?
We have a lot of conversations
yeah.
about aliens.
Okay.
Sometimes I will sleep and listen to like brown noise.
Wow. Brown noise?
Brown noise. It's way better than white to sleep.
Okay.
It's so much warmer. But yeah, that's basically it. That and snacking. You kind of can't do anything else but sleep, snack, and talk.
Okay, I'm surprised because I know I heard you're a big fan of the game Stardew Valley. And
I know.
You're not playing that on there?
I literally can't. It makes me car sick.
Oh.
I can't play games. It's like the worst ever. I was like halfway done with Zelda by the time tour started, and I just had to stop. I was like,
That's tough.
Guess.
I'm sorry.
I guess the 2 weeks that I have off between this tour and the next one will just be strictly Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
I got to catch up.
Yeah. And I'm wondering too, though, because I'm a big fan of the game as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, you already have the love of your life in real life, Olivia. But I'm wondering, who's the love of your life in Stardew Valley? Who are you locking down?
Oh my god. What a hard question. It's funny, I haven't gotten married yet. I've
really?
like held it off because I really want to know all of the storylines. I want to date every single person,
of course.
Know what the storylines are, and then choose from there. But I've got to say, I think Abby's going to be my pick. I think it's going to be Abby.
Okay. I know there's one storyline too where it's like if you get like a significant relationship with all of them, and then all of them just like confront you, they're like, "Wow, you're like 2-timing us."
Oh no!
Like,
wait,
like,
really?
10-timing us? Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Oh, okay.
But I think you have to do it with like every single character, like the males and females.
I am. I'm doing it with all of them because I want to know.
You might reach that point then. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'll prepare. Damn.
Dang.
I thought I could just get away with it.
No.
All right.
Just like real life, it's hard to get
Damn it.
A 10-way relationship.
I don't have the time. I can do that in real life.
But I would say you're a pretty big deal. Social media, you're blowing up. Like Instagram, TikTok. Your song's very good, and it's like come to the point where like how does it feel to have one of your songs just turn into like illustration book? That's crazy.
Oh my god, it's like literally a bucket list moment. Like something that I didn't plan on doing by any means, but whenever the opportunity was presented, it was like, yeah, let's do it. And then the second I saw like the actual words with the book, I was like, what were we on when we wrote this? Because it's like it literally reads like a children's book, like a Dr. Seuss book. So it feels like such a natural next step for that song. And just like as an artist that like releases music and hopes it affects people in a positive way, like that's going to be like a whole other push to a completely new audience of people to receive that message, and that's really cool, and I'm really grateful for it.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, your music very good. Like
Thanks.
I like it because it's a little bit like vibey, you know, a little bit jazzy, a little bit groovy, and everything. And like my favorite song, like luckily I was able to hear it like when you're doing soundtrack CGI.
Oh, CGI.
Uh-huh.
Hell yeah, I love
It's a good
that
song.
one.
Even the camera guy was like, "Dang, this song is pretty good."
Hell yeah, thank you.
But I'm wondering because I know like some of your songs. I think, for example, you know, like the one that I got illustrated into a book, like, and I think a few others. It seems like, you know, you're doing like kind of like stream of the way that you're singing it, kind of like stream of conscious. You know, the way that you're singing.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, like, how do you when you're composing a song, you know, you're like, oh, this is how I want it. Like, how do you know like what style to do it? Because sometimes you do it a little bit jazzy, a little bit singy, and then sometimes it's like that.
You know, it's really just about the feeling that the song actually gives me, and I think that genre is such a silly thing right now whenever there's like access to so much music. I personally like love jazz, and sometimes I want to write like a pop jazz song, and sometimes I want to write like a singer songwriter folk song, and so I really just like listen to what the initial song sounds like whenever I'm writing it, which is usually like with a guitar or with the piano or something, and kind of go from there. But yeah, I love dipping my toes in all the different places, you know?
That's cool.
Yeah.
And speaking about, you know, just like genres and just, you know, what you like listen to in general, who are like some of the artists that, you know, influence your music or that you listen to like growing up?
Yeah. Just like so many. My dad was a really big music guy.
Okay.
He listened to a lot of like Steely Dan, Pat Metheny, and Ani DeFranco, which is like kind of an eclectic mix.
Yeah, that is a little eclectic.
And then my mom listened to the radio, which was like Gwen Stefani and Fergie and Black Eyed Peas at the time, you know?
Hey,
but then like when I got my first iPod, I like listened to I don't know, anything from like Never Shout Never to Mac Miller. Like Mac Miller was so
I mean, you're from Pittsburgh.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like he was so big. Where I grew up, like we were listening to the mixtapes way before they were like viral and crazy. So yeah, those are my favorites.
Yeah, I'm not trying to diss you, but in a way, you're kind of dressed up like Mac Miller too, you know.
Calling that a diss? That's not a diss. It's a compliment. Let's go. I love him.
Well, that's cool. That's
hero,
cool.
Truly.
Yeah, on your iPod, what, you're ripping songs from like LimeWire and everything?
Oh yeah, fully LimeWire. I had like a shuffle. It was like
you had a shuffle.
I had a shuffle.
Oh
it fit 100 songs, and so I had to be really picky about which ones
you
were
had to
on
roll
there.
the dice because you
right.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I don't want to dox you. But it's easy to find online. But like, you're an adult. We're around the same age, and I know as an adult, it's a little bit harder to make friends. I would say. I don't know about. I can't speak for your experience.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's good. We're on the same wavelength. And I love your energy and everything too. So I'm wondering right now. I know, like, just ignore the camera. Do you think we could be friends? Don't let the camera like influence your decision.
100% yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You're gonna be able to listen to this afterwards, so you can find out the answer after the interview.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah! Thank you so much. And the thing I love to do for my friends it's my love language actually is to give them gifts. So I have some gifts for you.
What? Okay, cool.
Oh, perfect.
What is it gonna be? I'm so nervous.
Oh my gosh, this wrinkling of my crock. Okay, first one you did mention.
First one.
And this is, I would think, this one is a bootleg, but I think it's one of my favorite performances ever from this person. It's Mac Miller. It's the NPR Music Tiny Dad.
The Tiny. I'm literally gonna cry.
I know.
Christian, this is so sweet.
You're welcome.
I'm like actually crying. I'm sorry. Oh my god. That's so cool. Thank you so much. That is so kind. Oh, wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. But that's not it. There is more.
There's more?
Mm-hmm. and I feel like these two have a big influence. Well, this one next in particular has a big influence on your music, or at least your past music. It is John Mayer.
Oh my god, John Mayer! I know every word to every song on this record. Huge, huge. Especially when I was in like high school, I had like a 3-hour bus ride. It was crazy, but I would just listen to John Mayer the whole time. Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is so cool.
It is cool, but hey, that's not all.
What?
We have another one.
Another one?
Mm-hmm. And it's
Dolly Parton. Are you kidding me? I'm freaking out right now. What in the world? Thank you so much. Holy shit. Now I need to buy a record player.
Yeah. That's what. Believe it or
That's
not,
so exciting.
A few people I interviewed, they actually do say that.
I mean, I don't have one, so I'm gonna buy one now.
Yeah,
I have to. These are 3 of my favorite records. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Dude, thank you so much.
You're welcome. But I actually do have one last gift for you.
Another?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm freaking out.
But this one comes with... I want to hear the backstory behind this, too. So, this one is actually a Linkin Park record.
Yo!
But
this is...
Linkin Park
OG.
has a double meaning for...
You're correct.
Career, right? Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. So, the first story is one of my first memories of music. My dad had a Linkin Park live DVD that he put on the TV. It was like the first time I ever saw people play music live. And I sat in front of the TV with a notepad and I like took notes about what everybody was doing and what they were playing and like made a list of what I wanted to do and what I thought my friends could do and like basically made a band in my head. So that's one of my favorite like one of the ways I got really inspired by music. But number 2 is that the name of my high school is called Linkin Park.
Well, not spelled like this.
Not spelled like this, but yes. Wow.
You spent your 3-hour bus rides, yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, that's so cool. Thank you so
You're
much. Welcome. Wow, killed it.
Thank you. And even though you've only started music, I think post college, correct? That's when you started taking it seriously.
Well, yeah, I started this project after college. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But here, I wanted to show you something too. Because I think, I don't know if you'll appreciate this, but I think maybe you'll like this song. I think it had a big influence on you early on.
I'm leaving. Goodbye. Turn it off! How did you find that?
I can't reveal my sources.
I'm thoroughly impressed with you.
Thank you.
Christian, I'm impressed. You did your research.
Yeah.
I can't believe that was a song off
your basically debut album.
And I wrote it in high school. I cannot believe you found that. Where did you find it? Where do I have to? Where do I have to?
Camera. I'll let you know. But
okay, great. Oh my god! Wow. Tell me you didn't listen to the whole thing.
I listened to a few.
Oh man.
But relate to that album though. Tell me about Steel Mountain Media.
Steel Mountain Media. I don't know what Steel Mountain Media is. Is that the label that it was, or the person that produced? Okay, so they were two. Honestly, 2 people I met when I played a gig. I played a gig,
really?
And my friend Chris, my now friend Chris Sandanya.
Yeah.
He found me and he was like, "Yo, like me and my friend like want to produce your music," and I was like, "I don't know what that means, but let's do it." And so they did that record. Wow, that is so cool. Him and Josh Gualdo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You still work with them?
I don't. I haven't talked to them in a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Chris is so wonderful and so sweet and has always been so supportive and same with Josh. Yeah,
That's
they're
cool.
amazing people. That's so cool. I can't believe you brought that up.
Well, I know a few things.
You know a few things. Too many, maybe.
Speaking of a few things too, let me end the interview on this one. What about the Lillth Fair?
Lillth Fair. How do you know this stuff? This is crazy. It was the first thing, like, my dad signed me up for, like, this contest that Lillth Fair was having. There was, like, a revival of Lillth Fair that was happening. And there was a contest online where you could submit a song to be in the running to be at Lillth Fair playing. I did not win, but I was in like the top 10 or something in high school.
Yeah.
How do you know this? I'm scared.
Yeah, you were trying to play with like Kelly Clarkson,
Yeah,
Sarah Bareilles,
and Sarah Bareilles, and I think Ingrid Michaelson was on that one.
Imagine if you did make it banger lineup.
I would have died. Those were my idols back then. Wow. Still are, to be honest. Yeah, but they're timeless.
Well, thank you for taking the time to do the interview.
Christian, you rule.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
But before we turn off the camera, though, I need to know, is there anything else you'd like to plug? Is there like a message? I know you still have a few days to the tour, but I know you're also going to tour Europe, your social media.
Yeah.
What do you have left to say?
I think all I would have to say is like, thank you for supporting anything thus far. And I just have so much more to say and so much more music that I'm so excited for people to hear. So just like stick around.